my live stream lectures, my walking and chat lectures. And before I get into this very important topic, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters, all of my subscribers, everybody for supporting my channel. My channel is a little over 4 years old, and none of this would be possible without all of my supporters. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's lecture, which is why have goals? Why have goals? The importance of having goals, and that's, it's so many reasons in terms of why have goals. And one of the top reasons in terms of why having goals is, any goal that you set out to achieve, you must have it documented in a SMART goal. You got to write these goals down. And what I mean by a SMART goal, any goal, I don't care if it's a goal to save money or goal to sell your house or goal to lose a certain amount of weight or eat right, any kind of start a business, write a book, any kind of goal, it must be specific. And what I mean by specific, that goal, you must write it down. And an example of a specific goal is to save $500 a month. That is very specific. That a specific goal. Or another example of a specific goal is to write my manuscript to my book. To write my manuscript to my book. Or to start a small business. Any goal you write down should be measurable. It should be measurable. If you got a goal to save $500 a paycheck a month, that is a very measurable goal. You can measure $500. You can measure that goal. And another reason to write down goals is any goal you write down must be attainable. You don't want to have a goal that I want to go to the moon, or I want to be, you could possibly become an astronaut, but you got to be, goals you write down has to be attainable. Or you don't want to write down a goal and say, for example, you want to write down a goal and you're 55 years old and your goal may be to be a superstar NFL player. Really? So your goals got to be specific, measurable, attainable, and they also need to be realistic. You need to have realistic goals. It's not realistic to say I want to save $1 billion in 30 days. That is not a realistic goal. And I'm here to tell you, for some people it could be, but for everyday folks like me and you to say I want to save $1 million in 30 days, that is not realistic. It ain't nothing Marie Holiday can do to save a million or $1 billion in 30 days. That is not a realistic goal. So the goal must be specific. The goal must be measurable. The goal must be attainable. The goal must be realistic, and the goal must be time limited. You got to set a time frame on when you want to achieve a goal. To lose 30 pounds in 6 months, or to save $1,000 in 6 months. You got to have a time frame, a projected time frame on when you are going to have that goal accomplished. And the reason why you need to do that, because by putting a time frame, a due date on that goal, is going to hold you accountable. You're going to be able to monitor, engage, rather not to achieve the goal when the due date comes. That's self-explanatory. And this is basic technique on the reasons why you got to have SMART goals that are specific in nature, that's measurable, that's attainable, that's realistic, and time limited. And these steps will hold you accountable. You will be able to measure your progress step by step towards this goal achievement in terms of all of the little steps that you got to do to get to the finish line. Because if you don't have it set up this way, you're not going to be able to hold yourself accountable. You're not going to be able to measure your progress, and you're going to lose focus of that goal. You got to write these SMART goals down on a business plan. You got to be looking at that business plan, touching that business plan, updating that business plan in relation to that goal on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, on a monthly basis. You got to have it in front of you. Don't just have it in your head. No, you got to have it on paper. You got to have these goals on paper. Go old school. In a folder, and you're looking at it, you're revising it, you're updating it. I've been goal focused all my life. And I'm telling you, by using these techniques, even when I was in college, graduate school, high school, I would write down my goals to study at a certain time, to keep that GPA up. Very specific. I am going to study at a specific time every day at 5 o'clock in the evening. That is a very specific goal. And I'm going to have that homework done within 2 or 3 hours. That's that time frame. You have got to follow this format, because a lot of people are real good on talking. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Yeah, but then I'm going to slow them down. I say, do you have a SMART goal written on paper? Do you? And they'll look at me like, what's a SMART goal? Do you have a specific, measurable, attainable, realistic and time limited goal written down on a business plan on paper in front of you to hold you accountable for what you say you're going to do? And if a person can't answer all those questions, then you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for failure. You're going to lose sight of that goal. A year or 2, 3 years going by, you still ain't got that goal accomplished. You're still in talking mode. And you're just spinning around on that Gerber wheel going nowhere. So again, share this information. Don't forget to mark your calendar for August the 25th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do another relational live stream lecture on the edited audio narration of my book that was done. My audio book version of my book, Awake Financial Freedom, was done by Audiobook Network. So if you want to find out what edited audio narration, what that entails, tune in August the 25th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be ready to get down to business. That's all I have. Simplify, simple fidelis, and I'm leaving the care of your own conscience.